Two semi-finalists have been selected, and we are down to the third quarter-final here at Havelock Park. Welcome everyone, a very warm welcome for this encounter between D.S Senanayake and Royal College. Both teams are just going through their warm-ups. Very hot and humid conditions here at Havelock Park. There's no doubt that both these teams will definitely want to put in their best performance today and book their place in that all-important semi-final. The weather forecast for today, it's 32 Celsius. Minimum temperature is 26, but it's unlikely to go anywhere below than that. It's fairly still here at the ground, not much of a wind, which probably makes conditions a bit uncomfortable for the players. But we're hoping as the day goes on, things will cool down and both these teams will be afforded much more pleasant conditions to play with. Joining me in commentary today is a well-known rugby personality, Mr. S.W. Chang. Chang, how do you see this game going today?
Absolutely, you're touching on the weather factor as we see the last week's results.
Yes, so these are how the quarterfinals, or rather the pre-quarterfinals went on. Wesley College emerging victorious against St. Joseph's College. Dharma Raja going down to today's featured team, D.S Senanayake. Zahira College getting the better of Vidyarth in a closely contested affair. Defending knockout champions Isipatana comfortably overcoming Sri Sumangala. St. Thomas's College getting the better of their hometown rivals Science College 59 points to 35. Trinity doing the same, getting the better of the Anthonians 62 points to 5. St. Peter's comfortably overcoming Thurston 51 points to 8, and Royal keeping it to the very end to get the better of Kingswood 28 points to 24.
Coming back to the weather condition, that was good with all those readings for the weather, but the last one was a beauty, partly cloudy in time to come, maybe after the match.
So what we'll do is both teams going through their warm-ups. We'll go in for a quick commercial break and we'll see you on the other side.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
Saratona enjoy kerana body kena go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak. Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samaging pirimin sa damay.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samaging pirimin sa damay.
Our forests come in many forms. They can be up in the hills or down in the plains, fed by the rain or sculpted by the sun. Our forests are deeply rooted in us. They are a living inspiration.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipide, rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevithayama mihirai. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chilven lemon.
Lassana palloke, kottumi saravihide, hikkagasita banda maatere. Fine and fashion nape. Spicy guess Prima Kutumi Fan Damai.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහාමයි.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Saratama enjoy karana party ekata go.
Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහාමයි.
Lassana palloke, kottumi saravihide, hikkagasita banda maatere. Fine and fashion nape. Spicy guess Prima Kutumi Fan Damai.
Tokyo Super, ඕන වැඩකට super.
As the pioneer in Sri Lanka's bottled water industry, American Water has set the standard for over 3 decades to help you stay hydrated wherever you may roam, to provide healthy hydration for your whole home, and to nourish your growing family. With island-wide distribution, we've reached the homes and hearts of every Sri Lankan, ensuring healthy hydration for all. For over 30 years, we've brought the Earth's bounty directly to you, wherever you are, whatever your needs.
Injection එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
එක පැත්තකින් වහගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. තමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මා නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
රුපියල් 50 මැලිබන් සේවරි පොඩ්ඩෝ එක මැච් එකට සෙට් වෙන්න.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාශීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාශීල් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
දවසම refresh වෙන්න train එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස. මේ තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
බිත්තියට ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නෑ.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස. මේ තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Superset for bricklaying and plastering. Tokyo Superset. Do it right the first time.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
So welcome to Havelock Park as we get ready for the commencement of this quarter-final encounter between Royal and D.S Senanayake. Both teams have just taken the field and it's going to be a really keen contest. You need to keep in mind that it's pretty hot and humid conditions here, so teams need to keep themselves hydrated, and I no doubt SW that both coaches will need to keep an eye on their bench as well, isn't it? Because the final 20 minutes or so could prove vital.
Absolutely. So it's going to be that's the Dialog School Rugby Knockouts, 2025, quarter-finals, 25th, 27th, quarter-final 3rd and 4th of May, and the semi-final on the 9th and 11th of May, and the final on the 18th of May. Dialog Schools Rugby League 2025, first round on the 6th of June to the 6th of July, second round 18th of July to the 10th of August 2025.
So that's how the school season has been lined up, and this is how the league's groupings look like. In Group A, defending champion St. Peter's, followed by D.S Senanayake, Wesley College, Science College, St. Anthony's and Ananda. Group B will comprise of Isipatana, St. Thomas's, Zahira, Dharmaraja, Kingswood and Mahanama, while Group C will be Royal, Trinity, Vidyartha, St. Joseph, Sri Sumangala and Thurston College. So a lot to look forward to in this Dialog Schools rugby season, but for the here and now, we're going to be in for a real interesting encounter as the men who will be in charge of today's encounter, the referees, Suranga Arun Shanta. First assistant ref will be Gihan Yatawara as well as Tarindu Pereira. So it will be Royal to kick off, Idris Farooq.
So it's going to be a battle of the gold, blue, gold and blue with black, gold and black.
Yes, let's hope there won't be any confusion amongst the players as Idris finds a bit of space. That's a really good first kick by the Royal vice captain, sending play into the 22. It's really good vision, isn't it, SW, at the kickoff? Generally, the opposition would have expected it to be kicked to their forwards, but Idris identifying a huge area of space behind on that right-hand side, switch sides and immediately forces play inside the 22. DS with the throw, good clean line out, collected. Nicely set up by DS. Gets the ball out to their fly half. Rusiru, who finds a good touch. Just about 30 meters out, just about 30 meters away from the goal line. Well constructed exit by the DS lads. It's an area of the field you don't want to be playing too much rugby. So Roy with the first line out. Naqib Mohammed with the throw. And he finds Mituka Vikramaratne. Ball is given to Disas. Another big carrier in Yoshita Situmina. Good recycle ball. Naqib getting the ball out to Yuan Patirana. And the Royal skipper goes over for the first try. It was all too easy, you'd have to say. The DS defense found wanting. Pretty impressive, you'd have to say, by Royal. Skipper Amika Samarasinghe getting the first Amana Bank try of this game. As we have a look at that try once again. Yes, just you can see most of the players on that left-hand side. And just drawing a couple of the players. DS just not drifting across. The DS fullback, I think it was Chamit Samarasinghe, needed to drift across. Idris Farooq makes no mistake with the conversion. So just the start Royal would have wanted. Royal go into a 7-0 lead.
Easiest of tries. Simple practice sessions. Conversions good. And Royal starts troubling the scorers.
Yes, it was a bit of a lapse, you'd have to say, by the DS defense as well. Just not drifting across. The Royal skipper made no mistake with that kind of space. Samara Singh, a very good finisher. Though didn't have much to do because the overlap was created. So now DS to restart the game. It's collected by Royal, kick right down. It's collected by the DS fly half, tries to launch a counter-attack, but it's a good chase by Royal, pinning DS in their own half. Working the short side. It's Methila taking it up. Referee instructing to release it because the ruck had formed and Royal forwards oblige. DS keeping it tight, trying to use their forwards to get over this gain line, but Royal defense so far holding strong. It's a very slow ball at the ruck. Eventually it's being given out. This is good defense by Royal. DS do get the ball back, but they have gone back a few meters. Again, static ball. It's scrum off. Lihira, who tries to kick from the base. Comfortably collected by Yuan Patirana. Launches a good counter-attack. Goes on the short side. Ruck formed is the call. Nakib taking the ball but loses the ball in contact. That's some really good defense by the DS lads. Good hard hit. DS now with an opportunity. Royal defense not aligned. They decide to go to the boot, but Idris Farooq has it covered. Not quite sure that was the best option. And Idris finds a lot of space. Has driven that ball into the 22. DS do well to keep it in play, but they've lost a lot of ground. And the kick doesn't find touch. Not cleanly collected by Royal either. Nonetheless, they managed to hold on to position. Patirana kicks it high. And ball eventually put into touch by the DS fly half. Buddhita Rusiru. So you can see a bit of nerves by both teams yet, isn't it? SW, both teams just not collecting the high kicks on the first go. As we have a look at that again, it's a really good low tackle. Naqib Mohammed losing the ball in contact. So referee just getting, ensuring the players maintain that 1 meter gap.
It's very unfortunate, isn't it, that we can't hear the referee's voice. I mean, he was trying to get something straight, nice, as Royal win that crucial line out, but he's not happy with the throw into the line out. So DS will have the put in. I suppose they will have the option of the scrum.
Yes, no doubt they will take it. So have a look at that once again. So referee had no option but to call that crooked line out because the DS open side flanker, Yerash, did contest. So Lihira with the put-in, but referee seems to indicate that the bind was not correct, so he recalls for the scrum to be packed down. Good scrum by DS, getting the ball out. DS once again going to the boot. But Royal seem to have that covered. Ball taken into contact. Royal have it recycled. Have numbers out wide. Will they use it? Ball has been recycled. Patirana decides to go to the boot, finds a bit of space. That's a really good kick by the Royal fullback and a wonderful chase by the Royal skipper. And he does well to apply the necessary pressure. Just not sure the DS player could afford to play that ball. He was definitely off his feet. And Royal have managed to win the penalty. So some really good work by the Royal fullback and a wonderful chase by the Royal skipper, managing to get the penalty in favor of their team. And interestingly, SW, Royal have opted for the scrum.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they know the weak points and they're just going into the gaps in the line because the DS defense is not coming up. They're staying till the Royal ball carrier comes to them.
So I think they're going to get Disas to work something out from the black, but that was a really good tackle by the DS open side flanker, Yasarat. Probably a lot of discussion would have happened on how to contain Royal's number 8. Came off the bench in the previous game as Royal. Again attacking along the fringes. This is what they will like to do, try and make DS make a lot of tackles. Changing the point of contact. Patirana evades a couple of defenders, makes some good ground. Royal eventually deciding to go to the line. And almost going over the line was the Royal inside centre Hiruka, but he's been stopped. Nakib this time secures the ball well. Again, ball has been recycled. And that's some really good defense by DS. Just not quite sure that was the best option. So DS defense standing firm against this Royal onslaught. So have a look at that once again. Probably went wide a bit too early. There was nothing on there. DS had that side of the field well covered. Using the touchline to good effect to bundle the Royal team into touch. So that's a good line out under a lot of pressure. Yes, we'll now look to try and clear their lines, which they have done well. Though it's still inside the 25.
The last one, Abdullah, I think the wrong option taken because there were no space, there were numbers covering, and of course, as I always tell, the line of touch is another defender.
Absolutely, SW, and that's what DS did very well to make use of. So another line out for Royal inside the 25. Nakib with the throw in. Goes to Metika once again. Royal will now try and insert a bit of pressure on this DS pack. They've got a few meters in their favor. Though the ball has disintegrated. But the ruck had definitely been formed. So Royal take the quick tap. DS definitely had not retreated 10. So Royal again attacking along the fringes. Trying to suck this DS defense in. Again, Royal deciding to go to the short side. This time there's a bit of space. But again, some really good desperate defense by the DS lads. Royal managed to recycle possession. It's taken into contact. Nakib. Royal forwards. Making some good ground. This time deciding to go to the line. Idris getting the ball out wide. And will it be another try for the Royal skipper? Yes, he has grounded. A wonderful finish by Samara Singha. That's his second Amana Bank try, or rather it's Senuja Ranasinghe, the open side flanker. Is it? Just have a look. We're just trying to figure out the numbers. Once again, the defense of D.S Senanayake found wanting, isn't it, SW? Just not drifting across quick enough. And it is the Royal skipper who goes in for his second Amana Bank try. A wonderful finish this time.
The thing is, observe, they struggled to finish the tries, because there were tries all over the place. Because even now, they would have got back and then gone for another one. Because it looks so easy. There are a lot of holes in the three-quarter line of DS. They're not coming up and taking the ball carrier. Beautiful conversion. Absolutely fantastic. That's extra 2 points by Idris Farooq. And they're matching every place kicking ability on the field.
It's a wonderful kick by Idris Farooq. I feel if Royal are to do well, this lad will have a big role to play this season. So Royal going to a 14 points to nil lead. D.S Senanayake just haven't been able to get into the Royal half, isn't it, SW? They've dominated, or rather Royal have dominated position as well as territory. Yuan Patirana not collecting it cleanly, but regathers and finds a good touch. Almost past the 40-meter mark.
Well, now they're in their half with that kick, not clearing the 50-meter. But having said that, yes, it looks so easy for Royal at this particular moment, because DS are missing the tackles, not making those tackles count, and they are not going up fast, no speed line tackles at all.
Nice clean line out by DS, sending it out wide, testing the Royal defense out wide. They do have numbers, but the Royal rushing up in defense. They've actually now gone back into their own half. This is what happens when you go into contact. Ball recycled. Again DS. This time losing the ball in contact. Royal with an opportunity to launch a counter attack. Just need to get it out wide. Yuan Patirana finds a lot of space at the back. And has he got a 50-22? Yes, he has. So once again, a wonderful bit of vision by the Royal fullback, using his left foot to good effect. Once again, DS just putting themselves in a bit of a hole, losing possession. And the defense was pretty much unstructured, but Patirana identifying the space at the back and has won his team a 50-22 rather, with the throw-in. Nakib finds Methika once again. It's a back peel line out. Patirana takes it up. Quick recycle ball. Nakib carrying well. Another pick and go. And that's another try for Royal. So Royal are on a roll, you'd have to say. And D.S Senanayake just seemed to be a bit starstruck by the occasion, you'd have to say, isn't it, SW? Making a lot of unforced errors. And on the contrary, Royal have come out of the blocks very strong, unlike last week. It's their prop forward who got those 3 points. Conversion is successful.
Yeah, so far it looks like a one-sided game, because Royal are dominating play completely, and even the vision that they have are much better than the DS boy at the moment, because they're seeing the gaps, running through the gaps, and making the kicks count. And they are all wanting to run from their zone. So that's good for Royal coming back strongly. But DS need to put up a better show in the defense.
Yes, and I think more importantly, Chang, they need to spend a bit of time in the Royals half as well, isn't it? Just being on the back foot continuously is not helping their cause. So just sense that for some of these players, the occasion just seems to be getting the better of them. A score soon will just help settle those nerves. And that's not the restart with what DS would have wanted. So it'll be a scrum back in center field. Royal so far have managed this game, you'd have to say, extremely well. They varied their game, using the forwards, not afraid to spread it out wide when they see a bit of space. Patirana with the boot has been excellent as well. So Savista Fernando with the feed. Ball is out. Idris, a nice wraparound move. Patirana getting the ball out to his wing three-quarter. Patirana, this time taking the ball in. Does well to stay on his feet until the support arrives. Once again, recycle possession. Royal spreading the ball out wide. Getting the ball out to Samarasinghe. Senuja cuts in, and there seems to be a bit of space. That's a good counter ruck by DS. And looks like they have won a penalty. So some good desperate defense by D.S Senanayake. But once again, Royal getting over that first line of defense far too comfortably, isn't it, SW?
Yeah, that's right, far too comfortable. And that's a beautiful, brilliant run by the Royal Rugby player. But he didn't have the support, went to ground. And to be credit to the DS forwards, they counter-rucked that tackle situation and won that ball. Look at this run. You see the replay.
So as we have a look at that once again. Royals open side flanker. Senuja Ranasinghe. Interesting tackle there by the DS defender, but referee deciding to let it go. So DS have formed a maul. Now they'll try and insert a bit of pressure and test the maul defense of this Royal pack, and so far they've made a bit of ground. Eventually deciding to go out wide. Spreading it out. It's not a good kick. Patirana, well positioned, calls for the mark. Decides to take the quick tap. It's made a lot of ground. DS defense, you'd have to say. Caught napping, and could Patirana go all the way? Fortunately, making the inside pass, but not to one of his teammates. So DS retrieve possession. Kick it downfield, well collected by Idris. There was a hand there. The referee deemed that it was deliberate, yes.
All the DS kicks have been to the hand of the fullback or the winger taking it, but absolutely full knowledge to the boy who took that short tap. And oh, that's a yellow card for deliberately killing the ball from being passed. I think referee Shanta was absolutely spot on there.
Yes, the referees have been very consistent in that call. It's termed as cynical, and that's the way it has been adjudicated. So Royal will have the advantage of playing with an extra man. And D.S Senanayake's task has just got so much more tougher.
That's absolutely a negative impact on the game when you deliberately stop a ball being passed. Imagine your whole game, you have all those passes being hit down on purpose.
Yes, it's Setila Anuranga rather, who will have to spend a bit of time in the sin bin, and that's how the scoreline looks. 3 tries, 3 conversions, Royal comfortably ahead, 21 points to 0. Just take a mandatory 1-minute break to give the players a bit of a water break.
Abdullah, the scores we have from Nitavala is that New Zealand 12, Sri Lanka 7.
Yes, it was great to see some of the visuals at the start of the game. A packed house in Nitavala. Great exposure for the Sri Lankan team. We do have a good crowd here as well at Havelock Park. It's the Royal supporters, probably the prefects, coming to cheer their team on. So D.S Senanayake will now need to manage the next 10 minutes or so with the player down. Royal so far just seem to be in the mood today. Nice, good, clean line out. Deciding to go out wide. Royal recycling position. Patirana once again. Deciding to, that time it was not a good kick, but DS did have it covered. Slow ball, DS getting the ball out to their forwards. Ball is kicked downfield. Once again, not finding touch. Idris Farooq under the ball, knocks it on. Rare mistake by the Royal fly half. So that's a bit of a reprieve for DS. So we have a look at that once again. Did most things right. Unfortunately, not collecting it. Got into position. So a good attacking opportunity here for DS. Got to make it count. Lihila Wickramasinghe with the feed. Deciding to use their 3/4. Going out wide. But Royal defense once again. And Royal have turned the ball over. Really good work by the Royal 3/4 at the breakdown. Patirana taking the ball up. Gets the ball out to Yuan Patirana this time. Once again using his boot to good effect. And finds touch. So there was not much conviction when DS decided to put the ball out wide, isn't it, SW? Just spread it out wide without much endeavor, and Royal were quick to pounce on the loose ball. DS couldn't get enough players to that breakdown to secure position. And if one area Royal is very good at, is at the breakdown, whether it's forwards or 3/4.
Yeah, you got that right, because having said that, because DS, the running lines, they're running on the spot, they're not getting speed off the mark, but a Royal defense is coming up so hard and fast, not allowing any room for them to maneuver.
DS once again setting play up. But again, it's very slow ball, just allowing the Royal defense to realign. And looks like they'll have no option but to go to the boot again. Well, that was a nice dummy, but again, it's a kick, not the best kick, but eventually the result was a good one for DS. They just don't seem to have any flow in their attack, isn't it, SW? And one thing that could be attributed to that is that they are unable to get over the gain line, and you have to give credit to the Royal defense for that.
Yeah, they had no vision. I put it that way. Now this, they were very, very fortunate because I think it touched the Royal player, and then when you touch, so DS will have the line out. Hopefully they will get their act together.
It's a really good line out throw. DS win possession. Deciding to go out wide. Make it count. The Royal skipper rushing off his wing. And I dare say, player who was going to receive the ball had one eye on the oncoming Royal defender. It was skipper Samarasinghe rushing off his wing to make that tackle. Just not sure whether DS should go first ways wide. Remember, they're a player down as well. It was their fullback, Chamit Samarasinghe, who made that knock on.
I think territory is a key area for DS, with one player down and then Royal coming up so fast to the breakdown point, and their kicking has been precise, absolutely precise. As you can see, that well collected by DS. Oh, there's a penalty big. I think the kick was charged in front. He was in front of the kicker before he took off. So referee Anurashant has given the penalty, the long arm, to DS.
Yes, it pointed towards Royals number 6, Altaf Aman. Needed to show a bit of patience and wait until he was put onside. And that's a really good touch finder. Driving play into the Royal 22. Probably just the second occasion DS have made it into the 22. And given the context of the game so far, they've got to show something for their efforts. Need to get some form of points, isn't it, SW? Cannot go away empty-handed.
Well, after a long time, they can see the white line where they should be going over to get those 5 points that they're talking about. And nevertheless, they got a good position now. They got to win the line out. I'm sure they will drive it. Keeping it, they'll have a driving maul.
D.S Senanayake once again getting some good clean line out ball, testing the Royal maul defense. This is a good by Royal, holding the maul. Eventually, DS making a bit of ground. The referee seems to be indicating that Royal, after making contact, went to the ground, which you're not allowed to do. I think it means that you're collapsing the maul, isn't it, SW?
That's right. That's dangerous. You can collapse, and it's be a danger to the player who is going down, because he will have the entire pack on him.
So Royal's maul defense is going to be tested once again. It's going to be their number 8, interestingly, who is going to throw the ball in, Praveen Lakmal. Referee insisting that some of those players who are along the touchline to move away from there. Seems happy with it, so play will resume. Another good clean line out by DS, trying to create something for themselves. Lakmal breaks away from that. And this is good by DS. Need to speed things up a little bit. They made some good ground. Attacking along the fringes. Just a meter or so away from the goal line. Have Royal managed to hold them up? Looks like they have been held up, but referee has come back for a penalty for offside. So another opportunity for DS. Taking a quick tap. And they have scored. It's their big prop forward. It's Timat Bogahawata, who has got the first score for D.S Senanayake. Showed good patience, did the DS forwards. They had the Royal defense on the back foot and have managed to get their first Amana Bank try, courtesy Timet Bogahawata. So that just gives DS a lot of confidence, isn't it, SW? They're down a man as well, and having managed to get a score with that handicap will definitely give them a bit of confidence. As we have a look at that once again, what was good about this was that the ball retention, isn't it? They didn't panic, just ensured that they keep on chipping away at the Royal defense and eventually managing to get the first try.
Yeah, it's not about the try. It's not about the try. It's a vision. Will they find later on the game and find out and say, okay, we can breach the Royal defense if you keep playing it, keep it close, keep it tight, and then you get a defense organized, because Royal is going to run now even harder after conceding that try. So you got to be on your toes, check, and keep going at the same time. Keep your position, guard your position, and see that you move forward.
So the conversion by Tatira Pereira, successful. So it's 21 points to 7. Idris, again switching sides. Time well collected by D.S Senanayake, and getting the ball into touch, doesn't make much ground. Once again, looks like it's come off one of the Royal chasers' hands, so it will be a line out for D.S Senanayake.
Yeah, so it's a touch, touch, touch. DS gets the throw in. They had one earlier. That shows how fast the Royal defense goes into to stop the kick, to smother the kick.
And a shortened line out by D.S Senanayake, comfortably won. Royal seem to have got hands on it, but referee has indicated that the ruck has formed. So not rolling away is the call. Royal penalized. Just a couple of minutes more to half time. Pereira finds good touch. I think DS just need to try and be a bit more patient in attack, isn't it, SW? Couple of times they've gone out wide a bit too early and been found wanting at the breakdown out wide.
Yeah, I agree with you with the patience part of it, but not slowing down, because they're very slow in the recycle at the tackle situation. And the scores we have is that Wesley leading over Isipatana 10 points to 5, and Sri Lanka, New Zealand under 85 category is 19 points to 7.
The throw-in. For DS. Looks like a referee just trying to get the formation of the DS line out. Not quite sure what the instruction is, nonetheless. Again, good solid line out by D.S Senanayake. Just doing their driving ball to good effect. Referee has his hands out wide for a penalty. Once again, Royal guilty of trying to bring the ball down illegally. D.S Senanayake definitely rumbling. Royal bring the line out down eventually, but referee coming back for the penalty advantage. It looks like he wants to have a word with Royals prop forward. Imtisal Nazir. So Royals line-out maul is on notice. And ThePapare will just drive play back into the Royal 22. And this could be the final play of the game, rather final play of the half for SW. One score here by D.S Senanayake just before halftime will definitely give them a lot of confidence.
It will be interesting. I don't want to miss anything here because it's a sniff away from the goal line, and Royal desperate trying to defend that line out. That's a wonderful tactic.
But Royal read that well. Nonetheless, DS have formed the maul. They'll now try and wheel it onto one side, but Royal defense this time up for it. DS have the ball at the back of the maul. Now we'll try and attack the fringes. They've really got close to that Royal try line. Patirana getting ready to make that tackle, but DS have done well. They're inches away from the try line. Going on the open side, and looks so like they've gone for another try. It's their number 8. Praveen Lakmal on the stroke of half-time has definitely made an impact for D.S Senanayake's second Amana Bank try. And what a time for DS to get a score. Some wonderful work by the DS forwards. As you can see, good body position. Royal just probably thought that they're going to attack on the open side, but Lakmal had other ideas, went on the short side and barged over for the second try. So this will just give DS so much confidence, isn't it, SW? Down to 14 players, getting 2 scores during that period. We would have expected Royal to capitalize. ThePapare with the conversion attempt. Strikes it well, but doesn't find the mark. So referee has called halftime, and you'd have to say that it was D.S Senanayake who finished the half stronger. It's 21 points to 12 at halftime, and we definitely have a game on our hands.
Yeah, definitely yes, because DS has started coming up, believing in themselves that they can breach the defense. Up to that point, they were just playing rugby as a shadow rugby, just letting it moving up and down. The threes were not moving at all. The forwards, the recycling was slow. On the other hand, Royal just got on top of the act and moved that ball so well, found the gaps, and just got the scores on the board. So it's 3 tries to 2, 3 conversions. There is no home and visitors here anyway. So Royal leading 21 points to 12.
So that's where we stand at halftime. And we'll go in for a commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side at the commencement of the second half.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තු මිසර විහිදේ හික්කට සිත බැඳා ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් අපේ
sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
There is a rhythm to island life, where a walk is a dance, where there is work-life flexibility, where fun is serious, and where songs rise out of the sea. The unique and amazing facets of island living inspire us.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
Saratona enjoy kerana party ekata go.
Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තුමි සර විහිදේ හිටක සිත බැඳා ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් බබේ හිටක බදේ වටේ හොටල් ස්පයිසි කැස් මාතේ රසේ ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆාම් තමයි
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක තමරි අක්කා
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
විහිළු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැටකට සුපර්.
දවසම refresh වෙන්න train එකට go.
Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා
බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා
බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
දවසම refresh වෙන්න train එකට go.
Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස. තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Super Seal for waterproofing. Tokyo Super Seal. Do it right the first time.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
In Lakmal, who got the second score to bring DS right back into this game. So at halftime, score is 21 points to 12. And SW, this final 10 minutes would have definitely given the DS lads a lot of confidence.
Yeah, that is definitely. But it all depends on how they're going to restart the second half, because the focus must be on. Royal succeeded in the first few minutes. If you realize that kick we are talking about and putting pressure on that kick-off at the start of the game, that changed and of course the Royal skipper, the tries were like a walk in the park, at the park.
Not start the second half well, so they need to start the second half well rather, and we'll see how that progresses. It's still quite hot and humid, we'd have to say, here at Havelock Park.
Interesting, the Wesley Ispatana game, the other quarterfinal, it remains at 10-all at half time.
Yes, that's another game that's going to go right down to the wire, and whoever wins that game will take on the winners of this encounter. So a lot of exciting rugby to look forward to. The spectators just await the commencement of the game. Referee Arun Shanta and his support crew have made their way onto the ground, just signaling for the players to make their way to recommence this game. Spectators as well as players will need to stay hydrated in these pretty stifling conditions. Royal will definitely need all the geeing up they can get, because those last 10 minutes of the first half is what saw DS storming back into this game. I think the key for DS in those last 10 minutes or so was SW. They managed to spend time in the Royal half, isn't it, and apply enough pressure. That was not there in those first 20 to 25 minutes. Royal were dominating not just possession but territory as well. And the story just changed in those final 10 minutes, which made the difference for DS.
Yeah, the body language at the start, maybe nervous, and facing a side like Royal College with its long history of rugby. I think that's what happened.
So ThePapare with the restart. Royal not collecting it cleanly, but managing to hold on to possession. Fernando getting the ball out to Idris. Doesn't find touch, so an opportunity for DS to launch a counter attack. Not sure that was the best option. Yes, the DS player definitely did not release the ball. Fernando taking the quick tap. But the referee calling them back.
Yeah, I can't understand where the quick tap was taken, maybe away from the mark. But what I'm talking about consistency of referees giving the quick tap to be taken. Either you give it or you don't give it. Give it on the mark or behind the mark.
Yes, I believe there's you can take it within a 1 meter radius of the mark. Is that correct, SW?
No, I think now that was there at one time. I think the new law is, I think, behind the mark, anywhere around behind the mark, which was initially. I need to check this up anyway.
Sanaki Mohammed with the throw in. Good throw, good line out by Royal, getting the ball out wide. In Royal, changing directions. It's a good run by Royal's Yosita Situmina. D.S Senanayake defense holding on strong this time. Royal spreading the ball out wide, but DS do seem to have the numbers out. Didula Jayasuriya breaks the tackle, and just the start Royal would have wanted in this second half. What a wonderful finish by the Royal right wing three-quarter, breaking a couple of tackles. Once again, D.S Senanayake's defense found wanting out wide. And Didula Jayasuriya going over for Royal's fourth Amana Bank try. As we have a look at that once again. Royal spreading the ball out wide. Jayasuriya staying on his feet and putting the finishing touches to a move you'd have to say you'd expect the DS defense to drift across and hold on. And Idris Farooq once again making no mistake with the conversion. Just the start Royal would have wanted in the second half, isn't it, SW?
Absolutely, any team for that matter. With 21 points to 12 at halftime and leaving with 2 tries against you within 7 minutes or 10 minutes, and then for you to come back and to get 7 points, that's confidence. And that also will kill the confidence of the opponent.
Listen, why I mentioned that Royal probably needed it more so is the way they ended that first half, isn't it? They just needed to just get a bit of confidence, get the first points in that second half, and that's exactly what they have done. So ThePapare restart proceedings once again. Comfortably collected by Royal. Fernando using his forwards to try and get a better angle for his fly half. And Idris going wide, doesn't find touch. An opportunity for DS to launch a counter attack, but they decide to go to the boot. Once again, Idris Farooq does really well to collect that high ball. Referee has his hands out for a high tackle. Royal keeping possession of the ball, using their forwards to good effect. Not quite sure whether there was arms around that tackle. Referee seems to have spotted it. Fernando with a nice little kick ahead. That's something I feel the Royal scrum half should do more often. Use that kick from the base. So the referee will come back for that penalty. And there were a couple of penalties, both for illegal tackles. So I'm sure the referee will have a word with the D.S Senanayake skipper. You can see there was no arms in that tackle. So that's good refereeing by referee Arun Shanta. Just a quiet word to the DS team. So Idris Farooq will look to drive play back into the DS 22, and he finds a good touch. Not quite in the 22, but just about 5 meters away. So I'm sure Asela Deshapriya's words to his charges would have been to continue that momentum that they got just before half-time. But Royal, once again, coming off out of the blocks extremely well at the start of this second half. Naqib Mohammed with another throw-in. Looks like one of the DS lads seems to be down, so we'll have an injury timeout here. I think one startling factor is Royal also seems to have identified is the DS team's defense in the outer channels, isn't it, SW? It's an area where they have definitely been found wanting. And it's probably one of the main reasons why the scoreline stands as it is.
Yeah, they were very vulnerable on man on the corners, and then the slip tackle. When you slip the first one, they're gone.
Another good clean line out by Royal. A back peel this time, getting the ball out to the Royal centre three-quarter. Not quite sure he needed to force that pass, but the Royal have managed to hold on to possession. Patirana taking a couple of players off him once again, just trying to make that offload. Not quite sure that was necessary. Royal need to keep possession, be a bit patient, not force the issue. Using Situmina as their primary ball carrier. It's another half break by the Royal centre. Naqib Mohammed taking the ball up, does well to stay on his feet. Once again, Situmina. Royal deciding to go out wide again. They got Patirana as well, but holding on. Fernando spreading the ball out wide. Patirana will go to the boot. He's found a bit of space. And Avika Samarasinghe rather, seems to have touched down, but the referee will have a word with his assistant. It looked okay from here, wasn't it, SW?
Yeah, it looked absolutely okay. I don't know what he was checking whether he was ahead of the kicker. We'll have a replay on that, please. The try has been awarded. Common sense has prevailed. And that was a good kick and a lucky bounce right into his hands. Fortunate one.
Absolutely, SW. Once again, Yuan Patirana just identifying the space at the back of that DS defense. Brilliant in looking ahead and identifying that space. The D.S Senanayake defense, they've short on numbers as well. But Patirana, brilliantly weighted kick as well. And the Royal skipper obliged with his second Amana Bank try. So Idris Farooq with the conversion attempt. This time not making the mark, going right across the post, but nonetheless Royal bit more of a breathing space. 33 points to 12. 33 points to 12. I don't think the conversion was made, so it remain as the 33. Looks like there's going to be a substitution for D.S Senanayake. I think it's their try scorer, Bogahawata, who will make his way out. There's the Pereira, nice hanging kick, but very well collected by Royal. The ball is out. Fernando, a bit late to get there. Nakib, carrying well. Again, it's a looping pass. Patirana, this time going high. Jayasuriya, almost getting there, but the ball bouncing into touch. So have a look at that once again. Again, that left foot of Yuan Patirana working well. Jayasuriya, good chase. Fortunately, bounce beating him. His endeavor to collect the ball. So Lakmal with the throw in. Once again, D.S Senanayake winning good clean line out. It's an area of their game where they have been outstanding. Ruck formed is a call. So Aman releases it. Chance for DS trying to attack along the fringes. But Royal have ripped the ball away. And that was a shocking distribution by the Royal scrum half. Some good defensive work, but wasted by Fernando. Royal's D.S Senanayake's line out has been really impressive, isn't it, SW? As we have a look at that once again. Just the ball probably a bit slippery off his hands as well. So it's a scrum for D.S Senanayake. Spreading the ball out. Again going out wide. No look pass, resulting in a knock-on. Just like to see DS creating a bit of phases, isn't it, SW, before going out wide. I don't think they have the players in their arsenal to cause problems to this Royal defense out wide.
This is the interesting move. If he had caught that ball proper, wasn't that a bit of a forward pass? Yeah, good try anyway.
So Royal with the scrum, just inside the DS half. Fernando with the feet, gets it to Patirana. Tries a grubber kick, but the DS Senanayake fullback has read it well. And will find touch. So it's about a 10-meter net gain for Royal.
So the news we have from the other, between Patna and Wesley, is that Patna leading over Wesley by 24 points to 10.
It was 10 all at half-time, but Isipatana seems to have got their act together in the second half. Once again, good line out by Royal. Again, Royal just creating another phase. Good read by the DS center, Pereira. Bit untidy by Royal, but they managed to get the ball out wide. Again, Royal securing position. Situmina getting the ball out to Fernando. Idris Farooq. Royal spreading the ball out wide. Patirana to Jayasuriya. This time DS have that outflank well covered. That's good work by Patirana. Yuan this time going to the opposite flank. Wonderfully collected. Oh dear, unfortunately knocking the ball on. But some good vision shown by Yuan Patirana.
Aren't you getting confused on those occasions where they chase the ball and both parties have the same like of color on the jerseys, and suddenly you think, oh, who is chasing whom?
Well, actually, SW, I'm pretty surprised there hasn't been bigger confusion. So I saw in the first half one of the Royal players making an inside pass into the DS player's hands. We'll come back to that. As a wonderful bit of skill by the Royal skipper. Just needed to hold on to that ball. But just a bit surprised that there hasn't been a bigger confusion in terms of passing the ball to the wrong player, because both teams' jerseys are pretty identical. It's a feed for D.S Senanayake. It's a good scrum by Royal, but it's wheeled beyond the 90, seems to be the call. So we'll have a reset. Vikramasinghe with the feed, but looks like the Royal have struck it against the head. Good work by Naqib Mohammed. But once again, referee requesting it to be reset. Not quite sure what the reason is. SW seemed to have been a clean strike against the head, but referee seems to have thought otherwise.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to have a look at the replay on that, because I think there was a call by the AR.
So another feed for D.S Senanayake. See if they'll be third time lucky. Looks like they have. Lakmal with the break, running across, but manages to evade a couple of tackles. D.S Senanayake have constructed that pretty well. Not finding touch though. Or looks like it has found touch, as Samarasinghe would have just stepped into the outbound area. It's a good kick by Pereira. Plenty of air. And the touch judge right on the spot to identify that there was a foot in touch by the Royal skipper. So it'll be a throw-in in favor of DS. Good clean line out. D.S Senanayake's line out has been brilliant today. I have to say, I can't think of them having lost the line out thus far. Now trying to apply a bit of pressure, testing the defense of this Royal Mall, but the Royal forwards seem to be up to it this time. Now try to attack along the fringes. Not making much headway. Again, taking it into contact. Ball recycled, but it's a very slow ball. Again, they'll try and get over that gain line. Again, very slow ball. Royal defense up quickly. Now deciding to go on the short side. But again, Royal defense rushing up. And without any forward momentum, SW, it's always very hard to launch an attack, isn't it?
Yeah, all the good work done by the forwards, driving inch by inch, using all that energy and the strength, and then your back line just doesn't make a proper pass, and then you spill the ball. And then the worst thing is that you have to go in for a scrum down after all that hard work.
Yes, sure the DS forwards will have a few things to say to their three quarters in the social tonight. Fernando with the feed. Ball out to Farouk. Nice short ball with Patirana joining the line. Fernando. Ball spread out to Didula. Ball recycled again, Idris. Ball going backwards. But this time Royal losing the ball in contact. Opportunity for DS to launch a counter attack if they want to. Deciding to go to the base kick. Senanayake had that well covered. Gets the ball in. Fernando to Situmina. Carries the ball but loses it in contact. That's just poor by Royal, you'd have to say. Want your ball carriers to ensure that they secure possession.
Yeah, because D.S Senanayake's, their kicking has been straight into the base bin. Every kick has gone right down to the player who is covering it without any problems. And then Royal counter-attacked beautifully but lost position at a crucial moment. But their kicking has been always into the waste bin.
Yes, and I think one reason for that is SW, they just haven't been able to get over the gain line, isn't it? So Royal defense is always on the front foot. They're able to keep their back three at the back, not having to force them to come in front to create space. So I think we give a bit of credit to the Royal defense as well. It's been outstanding. Come off their line, not allowed DS much front football at all.
I mean, much credit to Royal because they have been outstanding right throughout in all departments. That's when they got 33 points on the board.
So Lakmal pairing up with his scrum half. Again, pretty passive, you'd have to say. And penalized. DS late to the breakdown. And Royal have no hesitation in pointing to the spores. I think this is a good call, SW. Just trying to pile the points on. Preserve energy as well. There's no reason to rush things.
It's not a league tournament where you need the points for and against, but it's just a knockout tournament at semi-finals, quarter-final stages. And they got to reserve all their looking good. His kicking has been fantastic, so might as well let him have a go, because for the next match, they will take on the winners of Visipatana versus Wesley game.
Idris strikes it well. Unfortunately, just goes past the right upright, so kick is not successful. Score will remain 33 points to 12. Again, the DS three quarters, you'd have to say pretty passive in attack. Some good work by the Royal fly half, getting his hands on the ball. So it's restarted. Once again, Idris collects it. And has he managed to find touch? No, he hasn't, but looks like the DS player is isolated once again. But DS have done well to retrieve possession. And the ball is being spread out. Opportunity for DS, but deciding to go to the boot. Not quite sure whether that was the intention, a grubber kick, or whether he was looking for touch or looking for his wing three-quarter. Nonetheless, no damage done, so it will be a line out in favor of Royal.
Two chances that DS took. One, the other boy, the player who brought that ball back into play off that kick. It was IPS kind of a thing that they did, but thank God that he managed to retain possession. Other if an oncoming Royal player had gone there, they would have picked up and then it would have been 7 points under the post. This one, well, he had a go. Either way you find touch or the player will get it, as we see the line out for Royal.
Good clean line out ball for Royal. Fernando to Farooq. Patirana linking up. Jayasurya coming off his wing. Does well. Secures position. Stretch DS defense wide. Aman taking the ball into contact. But DS defense has regrouped well. Royal will take it up. Fernando, Farouk, spreading the ball out wide. Patirana breaking one tackle. Eventually managing to go into contact. Farouk getting the ball out to Situmina. This time does well, taking it into contact. And the DS player just hasn't rolled away, so it's advantage for Royal. And it'll be a penalty. And looks like referee has had enough. There were two consecutive infringements. Not quite sure exactly what has happened. Has he shown a yellow card? Yes, he's shown a yellow card to DS's number 8, Praveen Lakmal. Just the way he was facing SW, I was wondering whether he was trying to show a card to a Royal player. And with the jerseys looking similar as well, but D.S Senanayaka's talismanic number 8 will spend the next 10 minutes in the naughty chair, as they call it. And Royal have opted to go to the post. It's a much easier kick for Farouk.
Number 8 made the tackle there. Did he make the tackle? Coming off the line, Royal good right through the post. Over the crossbar. Extend the lead by 3 points, so that's 36 points to 12.
Yes, as we have a look at that once again, Idris Farouk. No problems whatsoever with that kick. So just approaching the final 10 minutes of this game, Royal have to say 1 foot in that semi-final. Looks like Royal have made a substitution. It's the blindside flanker, Oman Altaf, making his way out of the ground. Collected by Idris Farouk. That's a really good touch finder by the Royal fly half. Driving play into the DS half. Wonderful touch finder. Just look at that again. Not much of an angle to work with, but struck it brilliantly.
Abdullah, coming back to a comment that you made about the off the kickoff where the forwards take the ball up front and giving a better angle to the kickers. I wonder what angle the olden days the kickers took, because they had nothing, absolutely nothing, just one pass and they still found touch.
Yes, well, times have definitely changed over the years, isn't it, SW? Defenses are much more structured these days, so you've got to plan your attack accordingly. Another good clean line out by D.S Senanayake. Ruck formed is the call. Again, very slow ball for DS. Attacking along the fringes, Royal defense aligned. Now trying to change directions, just trying to create something. Tatira Pereira, experienced out inside center, trying to create something for his team. Not making much headway. D.S Senanayake deciding to go out wide. Again, very slow ball for DS. Again, Royal hitting DS behind the gain line. Deciding to attack along the fringes, but Royal have defensive numbers along the fringes. Again, attacking along the fringes. DS are doing well to retain position, but they're not making much ground. Now deciding to spread the ball out wide, but Royal have the numbers covered. And Royal penalized for not rolling away. But it was a good effort by Royal's substitute think it was Lasita Amarasinghe. Or rather, pardon me, it seems to be Rahen Bari. Raid Bari, who attempt to turn that ball over, but one of the Royal players had not rolled away. So an attacking opportunity for DS. Once again, good clean line out ball. It's an area of the game where DS have been outstanding. Trying to launch a driving ball, but Royal counter driving brilliantly. Once again, it's very slow ball for DS. Royal defense having ample time to realign. Again, just slow ball, Royal defense. Just standing along the fringes. Being patient as well. This is good by D.S Senanayake, making some ground. Trying to create something. And looks like it's that initial break. Oh, what a wonderful run by D.S Senanayake's outside center. It is Rasindu Randara breaking that first line of defense and showing a wonderful change of pace to get D.S Senanayake's third Amana Brank try. Rasindu Bandara. Brilliant work by the D.S Senanayake outside center. Just there didn't seem anything on, but Royal slipping a couple of tackles. And Bandara showing a wonderful change of pace to go over for D.S Senanayake's third try. So the conversion is over, and it'll be 19 points to 36. Looks like the referee has awarded a penalty.
To restart the penalty because after the try was scored, he was taken off by the Royal player. I'm just thinking whether DS should play with 14 right through the game. Because they are doing much better with 14. They did the same thing in the first half as the Royal jinxed their way out from the 22-meter line.
Lovely bit of hands by Royal College. Will he be able to go over? And yes, he does. What a wonderful try by Royal College, absolutely, against the run of play. And I think it was Dindura Pereira. I think it was Dinuk Pereira, the substitute wing three-quarter, putting a wonderful run. Slip once again. D.S Senanayake's defense out wide, found wanting. Pereira, fresh legs on the field, evading a couple of defenders, looking for support inside but did not need it, and went over for another Royal try. Farooq with the conversion, not successful. But with that try, Royal have surpassed the 40-point mark. It's 41 points to 19 as we approach the final 3 minutes of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. As they say, catchers win matches, tackles win matches. They miss so many tackles, and it's just easy running, but not to take off the credit of the runner. Beautiful side stepping, saw the vision, saw the inside support, looked up onto his left shoulder, gave an indication, I'm going to pass, and absolutely fantastic. 41 points to 19. The scores that we have from Nitavala is that New Zealand 33, Sri Lanka 10.
So play restarts. Tatira Pereira, Royal is losing a bit of concentration. Loose ball, kicked ahead. Referee has blown the whistle. First knock on by Royal. That's not a good collection by Royals. Just putting themselves under pressure. So it'll be a scrum on the 22 for DS. It's a good attacking platform for them, making use of it.
Something looks like a Royal Patana semis, and Treaty Ockers playing Zaira on the other side of the coin. It's 41 points to 19 here.
D.S Senanayake trying to launch an attack just to try and add a bit of respectability to the scoreline. Once again, recycling position, but it's very slow ball once again. That's good by DS. Good technique shown by the forwards. But again, it's slow ball. Once again, DS just using their forwards. Now changing directions. Royal defense definitely being tested here in these last few minutes. Attacking along the fringes. Has that Royal player got his hands on the ball? Release it is the call from the referee. So Lakmal breaks that first tackle. Royal seem to be slipping a few tackles here in defense. This is good by DS. Their forwards have definitely stood up today. Again attacking along the fringes. Just a few meters away from the try line. Royal defense coming off their lines very quickly. Not giving any momentum to the DS forwards. So DS will once again try and attack along the fringes. Again, slow ball. This is good by the DS forwards. Again, attacking along the fringes. Really testing the Royal defense. Inching their way forward. Again, attacking along the fringes, not making much headway, but more importantly, they're holding on to position. Now deciding to go out wide. And looks like there was a penalty advantage. That's why that cross kick was probably attempted. Going off the feet seems to be the call. So one final opportunity for DS to add some points to this score line. Just chip away at this Royal defense. And looks like they have got that score. Again, it's their number 8. Praveen Lakmal has had an outstanding game today for the Dons. So D.S Senanayake, in all probability, will have the final say of this game. So have a look at that replay once again. Really good body position. Just Royal defense sitting back, not committing themselves to the tackle. And Lakmal goes over for D.S Senanayake's 4th Amana Bank try.
Yeah, Lakmal's 10 minutes break has done him good. Coming back fresh with after 10 minutes to score that very important try. As you said, he's been all over the park. He's been a fantastic for DS this evening.
So the conversion hits the upright, and that'll be it. So Royal march into the semi-final, where they will be awaiting the winner of the Wesley Isipathana game. From the looks of it, it looks like it will be the defending champions. So SW, we have to decide on a man of the match for today's game. There have been some good performances from both teams. Probably for me, Royals fullback Yuan Pathirana, I thought created some good tries with his kicks. Crossfield, thought his position play was good today, and therefore my man of the match today is Royals fullback Yuan Pathirana.
Good choice, Abdullah. Absolute good choice. So it's going to be Isipathana playing Royal, because I think the final score was 24-10. Isipathana beating Wesley in the other quarterfinal. We go into the semi-finals. We have found the semi-final 225 knockout tournament. That's Trinity playing Zaira and Royal playing Pathana. It will be a hell of a battle up front. It's going to be a huge one. I'm sure the stands might not be able to accommodate.
Yes, I think we have two very interesting semi-finals. Must forget the other one as well. Zahira will be up against your school SW. And I'm sure that will be an interesting contest as well. As we have a look at the highlights of this second half, Royal once again started that second half brilliantly. Jayasuriya breaking a couple of tackles, and it's an area where D.S Senanayake were definitely found wanting. Idris Farooq had a relatively mixed day with the boot, and our man of the match Yuan Pathirana, positional play both in terms of defense as well as with the boot was outstanding. But D.S Senanayake once again during the latter part of that game coming back with a couple of tries, but it was a bit too late. It was Rasindu Bandara, and then Royals replacement wing three-quarter Dinuka Pereira from the own 25, scoring a wonderful try, and the final say of course was from D.S Senanayake, number 8. It was Praveen Lakmal putting the finishing touches. So these are the key stats of the game. 6 tries to Royal with 4 conversions and a penalty. D.S Senanayake had their moments as well. 4 tries and 2 conversions. And our player of the match today, Royal's fullback, Yuan Pathirana. So it's been an entertaining game. Royal College probably needed this kind of a performance did SW after that close encounter against Kingswood last week, and there are definitely work-ons, but it was a vastly improved performance from their quarter-final effort.
Yeah, absolutely. Royal needs some time to settle. They have always, if you go through the season, they have come in. They have come very strongly midway and finishing off very strongly, and that's the strength of the team. But when they play the first game, they not settle down. It always happens, but they still win the game. That's the hallmark of a champion team. So they done well. Leeds, on the other hand, needs to go on the drawing board. Their recycling was so slow, and their defense was too slow too, allowing Royal enough and ample room to run through.
Absolutely. So that's it here from Havelock Park, from SW Chang and myself. We'll hope to see you again in the semi-finals. Till then, from the Papare crew, take care and have a good evening.
standby for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll off.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක එක ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
Seat Car Radials, the road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තුමි සර විහිදේ හික්කක සිට බැන්දා මාතේ ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් දපේ හිටක බදේ වටේ hot and spicy guess මාතේ රසේ ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆාම් තමයි.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක.
තමරි අක්කා. ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence. Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Our mountains are majestic. They can be life-giving. Some are even sacred, and their heights bear marks of our heritage. Our mountains elevate us. To us, they are ever inspiring.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැමසිතක්ම පිබිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ, ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chill when lemon.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තුමි සර විහිදේ හික්කක සිට බැන්දා මාතේ ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් දපේ
හිටක බදේ වටේ
hot and spicy guess මාතේ රසේ ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆාම් තමයි.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Seat Car Radials, the road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
සැරටම enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth ekata go ekak. Creamy richness. Redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. සමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
රුපියල් 50 මැලිබන් සේවරි පොඩ්ඩෝ එක මැච් එකට සෙට් වෙන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
Now a summer refresh when the train gotta go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
බිත්තියට ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
සමහර බැඳීම් ජීවිත කාලයටමයි. නිපොන් සිමෙන්ති.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මා නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
තේලු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැඩකට සුපර්.
Saratona enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?